Hey guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very, very much. Your subscriptions mean the world to me. If you are interested in subscribing to the channel, you can go over to patreon.com and you can choose a monthly subscription level, which will give you access to the daily forecast a day early and to special readings that are only available there. Depending on the level of subscription service you choose. This is a broad spectrum reading for a multitude of people who may watch it whenever they may watch it. It is set originally for Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. It is not necessarily only set for that date though. If you're watching it on a date other than the 2nd of December, that's completely fine. There might still be a message in here for you. So just trust it and roll with it. I believe that Spirit finds us the information that we need whenever we need it. So you don't have to turn it off if you're like, hey, wait, it's, October 3rd. You might need to be seeing this now. Now, if there is anything that does make sense, that's great. Please utilize it to the best of your ability wherever it supports and best suits you. Because it is broad spectrum, you have to figure out where these things that I say fit in your life. If you choose to make any decisions outside in your personal life, outside of having watched this video, those decisions are your responsibility. Keeping that in mind, do not take anything I say over the advice of any sort of professional in their field, i.e. a doctor, a lawyer, a therapist. Always listen to them first and foremost and use their highest and best intelligence and intuition when watching these online readings. If anything doesn't match up, that's okay. Don't worry. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong. You just might be working on something else. So it's not a big deal if it doesn't resonate or doesn't make sense, okay? So let's get into this and see what we've got going on. We are working with new decks, as you guys know, and all my decks have unboxing videos on my channel under the unboxing playlist. So if you wanted to get a further look at any of these decks, you can. There's also, for the decks that are purchased or purchasable via Amazon, another way to support the channel is utilizing those Amazon links. To purchase the deck, I get a small percentage of the sale. The ones that I find off of Etsy, those I get no percentage, but I would be more than pleased for you to just support those artists and help get their work out there. So, all right, let's see what's going on. What do we need to know for this Wednesday the 2nd? We have the King of Swords. Okay, I'll take it. King of Swords is about decisive decision making. It's usually swords upon swords, right? So we're talking about thinking things through logically, analytically, rationality over emotion. We did have that 5 of Cups yesterday, so it would make sense. We also have that Queen of Wands kind of underpinning all of this. A king is somebody that's sort of empowered, is the way that I see it. I feel that there's an opportunity here for us to make a decision about our future. Part of the reason why I see that is because he is looking very clearly into the future with determination as far as this picture is concerned. I like that we have that red image of the sword kind of blended into who he is. Very intrinsic to our nature, relying upon our own intelligence, our own sort of analysis of situations, people's things right now. We really need to trust it. I think that what this card is also telling me is don't necessarily let emotions play a big role for us right now. We did have that 5 of Cups yesterday, so we might be still feeling that. This to me feels like a counterbalance to that. I love that he's in this cool blue color, right? In the sense that he's keeping his calm, keeping his cool, keeping sort of a steady mind and a steady focus or gaze towards the future. So whatever it is that we want, we need to sort of stay on track with it. I feel like he keeps that kind of Queen of Wands desire that we saw on Sunday, sort of productively moving forward in a very analytical or practical sort of way, right? So swords also represents, especially amongst the court cards, the Queen and the King for me, clear decision making, right? Being decisive, not being wishy-washy, not sort of like dwelling on, well, what if this happens, what if that happens? It doesn't really matter to me. This is about, I can't worry about the possibilities. I need to look at the facts for what they are, and I need to act from those facts. So clear decision making would be at hand for today on whatever you're working on, whatever you're looking at, whatever you're aspiring to, if that makes sense. So now let's get into the song of my heart. I evade temptation. Keeping focused and on track to achieve all of my goals is easily achieved. Now, what's interesting about this is I do think about that Five of Wands energy that's supposed to show up for us in the midweek, and this evade temptation and this King of Swords. They're both, first off, both of their faces are facing towards what I consider the future of the board, right, to this direction. I also feel like the tentacles of those jellyfish and this snake could get us stung. And what I mean by that, because you see this snake kind of lurking around her face here, there's a clarity, there's an analytical nature, right, that we see with this King of Swords. There's an intelligence that we need to kind of keep around us so that we don't get maybe tempted to get caught up in the emotionality of things. In the, you know, also that Queen of Wands, she, although she's about taking action, she also has, she's a queen, so there's emotions underneath that action, underneath that fire of the wands suit, right? So there's still emotions lingering there, but I feel like this is about evading temptation, maybe to get involved in the emotionality of our feelings around situations, how other people are behaving, or how we perceive their behaviors. To me, the king is sort of speaking, and this I evade temptation is to keep us from getting too caught up in why people do the things they do, or maybe how we may feel about it today. Today, to me, feels much more about staying sort of above the fray, keeping logical, keeping focused, moving forward in a very direct and clear manner. Let's look at the grounding stone. And remembering too that the grounding stone for this week is that faith stone, right? So faith in the fact that all of this is going to work out regardless of what maybe people might be doing, saying, or acting, or how situations are unfolding. I feel like the king is strong in keeping an analytical nature and a wisdom about him. And the evading temptation is like evading the temptation to get stuck in murky situations, or situations that could cause us pain, strife, upset, bother, that sort of thing. So we've got the grounding stone on obsidian, which is about warding off negativity and its energy. I think that this is what this is saying to us too, is this sort of, you know, be mindful of where we place our energy, where we place our attention, where we are placing our focus today. Both of these cards look very focused towards the future, or maybe towards a situation or somebody, you know, outside of ourselves that we're maybe trying to make sense of, that we're maybe trying to understand how to deal with, how to get to sort of, I don't want to say follow our rules or whatever, but, you know, to kind of bring, like, I feel like they're trying to make sense of how to better whatever the situation is. Maybe it's a situation at work, another person, whatever. But I feel like we want to maintain our energy. We want to ward off any negativity. We want to not get caught up in sort of the doldrums of, you know, these jellyfish to me, or that snake to me, feel like they could bite us, or they could sting us, right? Where if we're caught in the emotional sting of things, or trying to make sense of other people, other behaviors, or why this is happening to me through certain situations, it's only going to bring us down or screw with our energy. And when we have that Five of Wands potentially swinging out there in the balance, I almost get a distinct impression that these cards are telling us we can change that Five of Wands. That Five of Wands doesn't have to come to play by the midweek if we maintain this strength, this intelligence, this direction, this if we evade this temptation and maybe want to get caught up, or you know, sort of more emotional about the situation. We want to stay fixated on our goals and not allow those to be taken away from us, right? And maintaining our energy and keeping that idea of staying grounded in our energy being good, strong, warding off negativity, all of that sort of stuff is going to be key today. That is your forecast for the day. It's a rather quick one, but I feel like the message is very clear. Don't give in to like sort of the bullshit of the day, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and we will see how this grows. Thank you so much. Please hit the thumbs up sign and subscribe if you feel so inclined. All right, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.